it going? If y'all are here right now, you're watching me via replay, so you're going to hear me say hey like multiple times. Y'all, I'm so excited. This is my Christmas gift to you guys. You know, this is the season of giving. And so, hey, Amanda. So, I wanted to come on here and give y'all just a free little fun class. If y'all have never painted with me before, I hope you have a blast. If y'all have painted with me before, I'm so happy that y'all are here as well. Today we're going to be painting this little owl. Isn't he cute? He's a Christmas owl. He's got a scarf on, his Santa hat, and he is ready for the chilly weather and Christmas time for sure. So what am I doing right now? Merry, Merry Christmas, sister. I am cutting out my canvas. So in the post prior to this, when I told y'all that we were going to do this surprise class, I said in there that you guys can even use recycled cardboard. I prefer from recyclables. I prefer using cardboard from Little Debbie boxes. Is that not fun? So you're like recycling and you're also not having to go out and find supply like canvas or whatever. You can just do this from the inside of this little snack box. And y'all, we love snacks at our house. So we have quite a few. And lots of people, my friends save these for me too because they know that I like to use them. Hey, Ashley. How's it going, girlfriend? Guys, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself since a few of us are on here. My name is Jessica Burgess. I'm the artist at JC Burgess Art. And I'm also the teacher, instructor, founder, all that fun jazz of Art and Pajamas. So, however you have found yourself here, I am so excited. You guys may want to share this video with friends because there is no any type of thing saying that, you know, this is a free class, but this is a total free class. So please share this with your friends because I know there are several children that are out of school for Christmas break. So this may be something fun for them to do and something, you know, that they can do at home. You guys can make a little family fun paint party day. Fun stuff. So here I go. I have got my canvas cut out. Do y'all see this? It is no particular size. It is just however I wanted to cut it. But if you guys wanted, it's like a cute way to hang these is like if you put little if you use twine or something and maybe hang it and then clip these with clothespins. Clothespins, that's super cute. So y'all can hang them like that, or you can actually trace a standard size photograph, like a 4x6 or a 5x7 or an 8x10. And that way you can cut it out to that size and you can pop it in a frame and have it framed for, you know, for it to display because your work is absolutely going to be frame worthy. So we're going to go over supply checklist super fast. So friends, of course, we've got canvas, and y'all can use whatever size you want to. If you don't want to use a recyclable canvas, you want to use a regular canvas, that's totally fine. Up to you, whatever you prefer. We need a paper plate for paint. Hey, Denise, thank you, ma'am. We also need a cup. I've been using this cup forever. That is for water. You have to swap out your, whenever you swap out your color, you put your brush in there. I'll tell you all that when we get there. Let's see, paint brushes, you guys. So let's see here. I have a round tip brush. This will probably be the best brush for you to use. So this one is a size 8 Master's Touch. And if you don't understand all that number, all that jazz, it's A-okay. Let me show you what not to use though. Do y'all see this? It's like rough and tough and bristly. This will give you a headache, my friends, if you try to paint with this project. This brush will be great for other projects, not for this little owl. So let's leave these rough and tough brushes in our paint thing, like the paint holder. I use a flour sifter. All right, let's see here. You can also use, let's see, a small round liner brush is going to be perfect, a small one. If you have a larger canvas, a medium size round will be good. Y'all get the gist, right? You're just pretty much going to be using round brushes this go around. And as long as they are like soft bristle brushes, you are good to go, my friends. So let's put put these away, and I've got my brushes ready that I'm going to be painting with. You're also going to need a pencil. Ta-da! A pencil, my friends, for those of you that have never sketched, that have never painted before, a pencil is going to be your best friend because, y'all hear my puppy Ernie outside? That's what you get when you get with me. My dogs bark, my chickens crow, my kids are running around. Y'all just have to overlook. It's just life, guys. Just life. So anyway, so your pencil is going to be your best friend because you can erase, you guys. I'm going to be teaching you how to do this step by step, starting out with sketching. And so many people I get asked, do you not have a template? And no, guys, I don't. The reason that I do not send anyone templates is because I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to realize that you can do it. The feeling of accomplishment after you have done this is going to be out the roof, and I am going to be so proud of you. You can do it. Never say that you can't. Throughout this whole entire process, I want you to put perfection out the window, and I want you to realize that you can absolutely do this. Never say I can't. And anytime, with any amount of paint that you accidentally get in an area that you didn't mean to, don't fret. Do not worry, my friends, because what can happen is you can wait until that dries and you can fix that. Okay, let's see. Last thing, a rag or a paper towel, just whichever you need. I'm going to use an old rag for mine. And that's, oh yeah, paint. Guys, that's a super important supply for this class because it's totally a paint class, right? Okay, so I highly recommend the Deco Art Americana craft paints. Guys, these paints are amazing with their vibrance. They usually is just one coat and go. They are awesome. Like this one is one of my favorites. This color is Margarita. All kinds of vibrant colors. We also have Royal Ruby. Look at that. That is like super metallic. Hey, Holly and Johnny. So, some of my Art and Pajama sisters, guys, and I don't have any of these, but they have gone to, I think they got them at Hobby Lobby, but they got the Deco Art sealers with glitter. What you do with that, my friends, is you paint over whatever you've just painted. It seals it, and it adds glitter, and it is fabulous. They are so cute with that. I need to go get me some. So, and they come in all different sizes. Let me show you this large one that I have. Here's a large one. Perfect paints for this project. If you do not have those though, and you just kind of want to wing it, just use whatever craft paints you have. I just highly suggest these because the color is so vibrant and so beautiful. One coat and you're done with that. So next time you're out, look at the paint aisle over there. Hobby Lobby, Michaels, DecoArt.com, and you will be able to find those for sure. All right, my friends, so we are going to go ahead and dive right in. Y'all ready, Freddies? So here is our little owl, and what we're going to do first are we're going to sketch his body, and then we'll do the inside of his face and things like that. But so get your pencils out. Here we go. I'm going to kind of get him to hang out right here so you guys can see him. I'm going to cross my legs so I can get comfy. Always make sure that you're comfy. My friends, if you are not in our free group called Art in Pajamas, it is a free Facebook group. Y'all join that group where always people are posting, encouraging each other, you know, throughout their art journeys. And you can also see about the upcoming classes and all that fun jazz there too. So y'all search Art in Pajamas through your search engine and join that group. Come in there with us. We would love to have you. Okay, so to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw his little body. We're going to start out with his ears. And let me show you this, you guys. So, right here, you see that his hat goes over there. But it's okay because at first we're going to go ahead and draw his whole top of his head. We will be overlapping is what we're going to do. So at first you're going to go to the almost top of your canvas, but not all the way. Like that. Come up a little bit to make this ear just a little pointy. Like so. All right, so now you guys, we're going to come down from there. And we're going to make his whole entire little body. So look, you have already created an ear. Wow. How awesome. With that one little step, you have made an ear. So you're going to come on down. You're going to go in a little bit. And then you're going to come back out. And then you're going to go back in to the bottom. You're going to do that same exact thing over here on this side. So you're going to come down from his little ear. You're going to go in. And then you're going to go out. And you're going to go down to the bottom. And look, he is wonky. He is not perfect. That is something that I want you to know. Wonky is what we go for here, my friends. And just make sure that you're not trying to make sure that it's perfect, because you're going to drive yourself insane. It's all going to come together in the end. I want you to trust the process for sure. All right, you guys. So now what we're going to do is we are going to be overlapping this ear, but y'all just follow me real quick. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and we're going to do his white part of his Santa hat. You're going to come over this ear, and you're just going to meet right there. All right, so from that end right there that you just stopped at, you're going to pull it over, and you're going to come right over this little ear right here, and you're going to go ahead and fill that in. So that is the top of his little Santa hat. It does not look like it, does it? And just to help you not have any confusion, what we'll do, turn your pencil upside down and erase this ear part, so that way it doesn't really confuse you. And there you go. And now what we're going to do is complete the top of his little Santa hat. You're going to come on up from there. Go to the top of your canvas. Come down from there. And go out. From this point right here, you're going to come back in. Like so. And then right at the end of his hat over here, you're going to connect. And now we're going to do his little Santa hat fuzz ball thing right next to that ear. So it's like his little Santa hat is just kind of on there, a little bit crooked but cute. It's like crooked but in a cute way. And I'll set him right here, and we'll just hang on a sec so that some of you can catch up if anyone's painting live. If you are not painting live, you guys, what you can do is you can always, after I'm recording this live video right now, it will be saved in the videos. So y'all can go back and y'all can watch this and do it on your own time. And during that time, what you can do is you can press pause and say like, pause lady, you're going way too fast. And then you can, catch up and then press play again. So that's always cool doing that. A lot of people enjoy watching the lives, and what they do is they participate in the replay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do his wings. So coming out of the side over here, you're just going to come down like so. And then you're going to meet like so. And you're going to go right over his little owl belly. And you're going to do this times 2. He's going to need his other little owl wing. You're going to come out. and go down. At that point, you're going to come down like so. And just to save you from the confusion, again, we'll go ahead and erase this part of his little body. It's going to be gone. So that all you can see are his little wings. All right, friends, now we'll go ahead and we'll do his eyeballs. And let me tell you something. His eyeballs may be like super mega silly. Like you may have one that's a little bit larger than the other. But that is what makes each of our artwork unique. I do not want you to paint exactly like me. I want you to paint like you. I want you to paint as your heart is telling you to paint while I'm throwing my canvas everywhere. But I just want you to know it's all going to be different. They're all going to be different because we are all different people. And that's what makes artwork so beautiful. So do not try to make it perfect. Just let it be you. So we're going to go ahead and on the inside of his little face, right here, you know where you came in on his owl body? You're going to do a big old circle because owls have big eyeballs, don't they? Do y'all know why they have big eyeballs? So there's one and it is gigantic. So I may go ahead and erase that because I'm drawing sideways, so it's going to look super silly sometimes. I'm erasing that. I'm going to redo and not make it as gigantic. I'll do another one over here, and they are wonky and silly. See? But the reason that owls' eyeballs are so gigantic is because they are nocturnal. Nocturnal animals usually have big old eyeballs. Do y'all know what nocturnal also means? That they like prowl around at night and they sleep during the day. Alright, so now you're going to do a little diamond for his little bitty nose. Alright. So over here, we're going to go ahead and make his little scarf. I've made his wings quite large on this one. They're larger than these right here, but that's okay. You're going to come next to his little wing or just at the edge of his body. You're going to come all the way down and you're going to make it hump. Same thing over here. You're just kind of underlining that like so. And now what you're going to do is you're going to come on up from there on the inside of your scarf. Pull down like so. Pull down like so. And then you're going to make a little squiggly. And there's his floppy part of his scarf that's keeping him warm, just flopping down. And then you'll go ahead and do this belly circle. Like so. And there you go, my friends. Guess what? At this point in your painting, of your sketching, you are finished. You are totally done with your sketch part. So next, all we do is we go ahead and get our paints out. But I want you to look at your owl. And I want you to ask yourself, am I pleased with the way he's turned out? And I'm going to say the silliest of the silly. If he has a wing up here in his Santa hat, maybe erase that wing. Thank you. Oh, Jade, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. But if you have a wing down here, up here in his little Santa hat, please erase that. That is super silly, right? It does not belong there. But otherwise, do not pick at it. Don't pick at it. Y'all just move on with me. Set your pencils down, and it is time to get your paint palette ready. So something I want you to know is your paint is probably going to definitely come out of your hair. It will come out off of your face. It will come off of your hands, off of your skin, but it will not come off of your clothes. So please make sure that whatever you are painting in, that it is okay, that it is a-okay. And you may want to also spread some newspaper or paper towels down, or even an old towel where you're putting your canvas, so that way you don't get it on the surface that you're painting. So you may be like, what colors are we going to be using? Guess what, my friends? It doesn't matter. It's whatever colors you prefer. I am going to be going with the classic Christmas colors and also a blue. So I'm going to go in with a green. With two colors that you're most definitely going to need are a blue, a black, and a white. Black and white are your staple colors. You will use those every single class, every time. So I've got some green down on my paint palette, and something I need to tell y'all about the paint. You can start out with just a little bit, and don't go ahead and fill your palette completely up with paint, because you can always add more if you need it. But sometimes you put way too much on there, and then you're like, oh no, I've just wasted this paint, because you can't really put it back in your bottle. So start out with less, and if you need more, you just add more as you go. So that way you don't waste your paint. I'm going to put red down there as well. Blue. White, of course. And then orange for his little beak. Or you can do yellow. Or if you want a purple beak, you do a purple beak, because that's cool, right? Nobody says that when you create an owl, his beak has to be yellow or orange. Let that be whatever you want it to be. If you want to have a rainbow beak, my goodness, y'all do that, because that would be super fun too. Alright, so I need black for sure. And guys, we are going to be mixing whites a whole lot, so you're probably going to be definitely putting lots of white down on your paint palette as we go. What we're going to do in the beginning, as we paint, we are going to go ahead and start painting our background. So I want you to get out a medium-sized round brush, if you have it. I want you to dip into your white. And then I want you to dip into your black. Let me show, or not black, but blue. Let me show you what I don't want your brush to look like. Do y'all see this? Oh my goodness. What a mess that would make. That would be just nuts, because that would be just paint running all over the place. And so you don't really need that much, my friends. You just need a medium amount. There is a such thing as not having enough paint on your brush. So you just kind of play around with it until you are comfortable. Make sure that it's not dripping. We've got a tiny bit of blue and white. What that is going to do is that's going to make the effect of a lighter blue, of course. And you're not really mixing it. Look how cool that looks. As you're going around, it is easiest to outline your subject. In this case, our subject is our owl. So right now I'm outlining his little Santa hat. I'm going around this ear. I'm going around his little fluffy Santa ball on his hat. And then I'm going to come on down. And friends, this is a smooth painting technique. You're not pushing your brush like that. Let's not do that, because these are not crayons. These are not markers. This is paint. And anytime you have a thick spot of paint on your canvas, sit your brush right on top of it and pull it out. So we are just relaxing, and we are smooth painting our background around our owl. And y'all see how this winds up being a little bit darker? I dig that. It looks cool, I think, whenever the colors start kind of almost mixing, but not all the way. That is why I do a white undercoat on my paintbrush. There we go. And now you're going to go over here, and you're going to go around this hat. Smooth painting. I need to go into my white again. I'm going to go into my little bit of blue. And I'm smooth painting around from my background. And there we go. So inside of, like, around his little hat and stuff, that's probably very tedious. Just take time. And just take as much time as you want. There is no race. You are in no rush to go anywhere. We all paint at different paces. So it's a-okay. So my background is finished. And I do have white and blue on my brush. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the same exact brush. But I'm only going to dip into white. I'm not rinsing my brush off or anything. Not white, but blue. Y'all, sometimes y'all learn that I am super wonky too, so I say like the silliest things, and I catch myself most of the time, and I'm like, oh, Jessica, that was the wrong thing to say. So I'm just going into my blue. I still have a little bit of white undercoating, but it is a deeper blue because I'm adding more blue. And I'm going to paint his little hat blue. If y'all want to paint it pink, y'all paint it pink. If y'all want it yellow, y'all paint it yellow. That's so fun. Your owl, you choose. There we go. And then another thing I'm going to go ahead and paint blue is his scarf. Since I have blue on my brush already, I just go ahead and paint all the little things that are going to be blue. There we go. Do y'all see how I kind of went silly right here with my brush? I'm just going to fix that a little bit and it'll be a-okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it because I can totally fix this with my outlining. Parents, this tip is for you. So if you have littles that are going to be painting with you right now, what I want you to do is let them go. Just let them be free. Let them do what they do, because remember, it is their artwork and you're going to look back at it. And as stressful as this time might be for you, just let them go. Let them do it, because you'll look back and you'll say, oh, I remember that and I love it. And that's when my baby was this age and now they're all grown, and I still hang mine's artwork up from when they were little, and I love it. It's like a big old mess, but it's a beautiful mess, and it's their mess, and I love it. So y'all just let them go. But one thing that you may want to do is you may want to, at the end, you may want to do the outlining. That's up to you. I'll show y'all how to do that, you know, when we get to that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my brush in my water. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my owl body. So the main part of his body is green, like a darker green. So I'm going to swap out into mine is a size 8 Master's Touch. You can use whatever size you want to. Y'all just base it on your canvas size. And I am simply just only going into green. And what I want you to do is I want you to come above his eye right here. Do a hump. Do y'all see what I've done right there? And another hump. Under there is going to be those big old bushy eyebrows. So I want y'all to leave the underneath alone. Go ahead and fill in the top of his little owl head, like so. I'm going to go over here and go around his eyeballs. And guys, anytime you get paint where you don't want to, remember I said don't fret, don't worry. What you do is you wait until it's dry and then you paint over it. Because if you don't wait until it's dry, you're going to stress yourself out because you're just going to make a blobby mess continuously trying to paint over it. So wait until it's dry and then paint over it. All right, I'm going on down around his little belly. Like so. All right, so this little circle in his belly, I'm actually going to do it a lighter green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to dip it into my white. And then now I'm creating a lighter green for his little belly. There we go. Guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rinse this brush, which means I'm going to put it in my water. I'm going to swirl it around like a tornado and get my rag or your paper towel if you're using a paper towel. I'm going to tap my brush dry, and then I'm going to make sure that I am getting my brush very dry with my paper towel, because if your brush is soaking wet, you're going to make watercolor effect, and that's not what we're going for in this painting. So just make sure that it is very, very dry. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint his wings, my friends. And I'm going to paint my wings red. Again, paint them brown if you want them brown. Whatever. Whatever your heart is saying, you paint it that color. So I'm going to go into my red. And I'm going to go ahead and paint his little wings. See, I'm outlining them first, and then I'm going to begin filling in the middle, like that. Do you see how you just smoothly do that? Just very smooth. Going to outline, like so. Smoothly fill in my center. Guys, now I'm going to go ahead and do his big old owl eyebrows, and so they are going to be red as well. I'm using my small medium size 8 round brush. Make sure that you're using a round brush, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to the center of the eyeball. You're going to come up, pull it out like so. Voila! And then I'm going to make a little point there because it didn't point very well. Same thing. I'm going to go down, go up, around that eyeball, and go out. Ta-da! There is his crazy, humongous eyebrows. They're like my morning eyebrows. All crazy all over the place in the mornings. Alright, my friends, so I'm going to go ahead and put that brush in the water. Swirl it around like a tornado. I'm going to get my rag. Make sure I'm wiping it off very well. And we're going to go ahead and do his little diamond-shaped nose. I'm going to paint it yellow. You can paint it orange or blue or whatever, doesn't matter. There we go. There's his little diamond nose. Alright, I'm going to rinse that brush off, and I'm going to go into a smaller round brush, which is going to be my liner brush. If you don't have a smaller one than you have been using, it is a-okay. Just use what you have. This one is a number 6, and it is a round. And then we're going to go into our black, and we are going to create his gigantic pupils. For our nocturnal little owl, I have black on my brush, and this is what it looks like. It is not dripping crazy amounts of paint, nothing like that. All right, so inside of these big old eyeballs, you're going to create pupils. Go around and around, and you meet. Fill that in. Make sure you do not have super thick paint on there. If you do, just simply set your brush on top of that, smooth it around. All right, eyeball number 2, or pupil number 2. There we go. And I'm going to fill it in, just like so. Look, guys, he's coming alive, isn't he? I'm really liking this bright red and green and this blue together. I dig it so much. I can't wait to see yours. All right. So now what you're going to do is go ahead and dip your brush into your water. And friends, we go step by step, and it is very important that you follow the steps that I'm telling you, because you need to overlap certain colors at certain drying times and things like that. And I know when to add the paint to where, because it's going to be dry enough. So just make sure that you're following instructions, because that is very important. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse off. And what I'm going to do now, my friends, is I'm actually going to go into my white, but at first, this time around, teeny tiny undercoating of blue. I mean, the tiniest amount, and you may want to unpaint it, which means just wipe it on your paint palette. Tiny, tiny, you can barely even see that. And then white to your brush. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this white area. And the reason why we did an undercoating of blue is because it helps kind of show like little fluffs. It helps make it more 3D-like instead of it just being flat with that undercoating of blue. And we're not mixing the paint. We're just putting a tiny dot of blue on there and then white. I mean, you can barely see it via camera, but I can definitely see it, and it just makes it look like little fluffs, doesn't it? I'm going to go ahead and fill in this little ball over here. There we go. Alright, you guys, I have white on my brush. I'm going to dip it back into my white to just get a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white highlighting to my owl. This is all going to start coming together. Just little lines of white outlining. Let's do some in his eyebrow. If your eyebrows are still soaking wet, y'all wait and do that later on until they're dry. I'm going to put some highlights in there. They're just little zips. You just kind of zip along and add those little highlights. All right, I'm going to start in on my stripes on his little scarf. And I'm going to do those red and green. If your scarf is not dry, if your scarf is still soaking wet, do not do this point. Do not do this part. I mean, there I go again. Thank y'all for overlooking me. But if your scarf is soaking wet, don't do this just yet. You wait until it dries. And a quicker tip to make things dry faster, get you a blow dryer, put it on there, and it helps it dry super faster. So my scarf is dry. I'm going to go into my green. And I'm just going to go a little line, 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 line. And then I'm going to turn my lines sideways. You guys can barely see that. Like so. And now I'm going to go into red. Make sure that you rinse your brush very well. Dry it. I'm going to go into my red. And I'm going to go line, 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 and then sideways lines, like so. I'm going to go back into my red, and I'm going to do little lines in his little owl belly. There we go. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. Rinsing it off. Drying it off. And now we're going to turn it upside down and we're going to make polka dots, but as I call them pokey spots on his little Santa hat. So we're going to turn our brushes upside down, go into whatever color paint you want your pokey spots to be. I want mine to be red. And then you just start putting your little pokey spots down on his hat. So there's a red one. Right there. You just be free and just let these go where they want to go. Add as many or as few as you want to. There we go. And there are his little pokey spots on his hat. Make sure when you're finished doing that, you always wipe the end of your brush off, because you might accidentally, when you turn it around and you forget, you might accidentally get paint all over you in some other kind of way. So we're going to turn this over. Alright guys, now we're going to go into white. Go upside down into white. And these white dots on his eyeballs are light reflections. That's exactly what these are. So you're going to dot. And you're going to dot. And there's this little light reflections in his eyeballs. Make sure you wipe that brush off again. Going to go into white with this brush. The real bristly brush part. And I'm going to go white highlight here and a white highlight there on his little eyeballs. All right. He's all coming together, isn't he? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our outlining process. Parents, this is the part where, remember, if you have a teeny tiny and you kind of want to do this and help them out with this, do that. I'm going to give you a little tip. If they have this owl wing just so fat, maybe it takes up this much of their canvas, what I want you to do is I still want you to outline it just as it should be. Just a tiny owl wing. It is okay. It's going to be adorable. I promise you. I promise it's going to be super cute. So a lot of people have issues with their outlining. What I want you to do is I want you to breathe. Deep breath in. Breathe out. And you've got it. I promise you. You just have to make sure that your paint is not thick, super thick. You want to make sure you get your smallest liner brush. And you have to go quick with it. So here we are. We're going to make fluffiness on this part. We're going to go ahead and outline that little ear like so. You're going to go ahead and make fluffiness. Y'all see the strokes? Fluffiness for this little Santa hat. Go. Over here, you're going to actually come in a little bit further, and you're going to meet right here. You're going to come down, boop, just real quick like, and let loose. Go ahead and do this. Come down like so. Alright, now what I want you to do is just go ahead and outline his little eyeballs. Here's one. Y'all see how I'm constantly dipping into my paint? That's because I want to make sure that I have a fresh, because at the end it starts building up and pushing it back, and you want to make sure you have a fresh amount of paint on the tip of your brush. That's why I'm constantly dipping in. It helps it go smoother as well. So now you're going to go ahead and do his eyebrows. You're going to come down, go swoop. Same thing. Up and swoop. Now you're going to swoop around like so. Right there. Do another swoop like that. Now you're going to go ahead and outline his little triangle, owl nose. There we go. His little owl flappers, his wings. Then this part of his scarf. Going around this area. And then down here at the bottom, aw, thank you, Ashley. You just do like a little wonky hump area. Go ahead and come down. Come down, like so. Put a little outline on his inside of his belly, and then the outside. And then with my black, I'm just going to do little lines like so. Not too much of it. Just kind of help highlight them in just a teeny bit. And voila. I'm going to go in with my black and put just a tiny, like, little line of his little nose. And there we go. Look at these owls, you guys. Super important. Super duper important. Make sure that you sign your name. Make sure that you sign your name and you put their date on there. Because we always want to remember that we did this at Christmas of 2020. When the world might have been crazy around us, we got into our own little mind frames and our own little art studios and let all that craziness be somewhere else, and we created this art together in 2020. So sign your name with whatever color you wish. I'm just going to go in with white, and I'm just going to do my initial, and I'll just put it right in this wing. J.B. There we go. Guys, y'all please share these with us. Y'all, when you share them, hashtag Art in Pajamas. Go join our Art in Pajamas group and share these to their wall. I can't wait to see them. I am going to be super proud of all of you. Congratulations, guys. You have created your very own little Christmas owl, and how adorable is he. I'm very proud of you. I want you to always know that you are winning at painting, and you are always winning at life. If you are trying the best that you can at whatever part or phase in life that you're in, you're winning at life. If y'all want to continue on with us, y'all check out the Art in Pajamas. I put the link in the thing, and we have so many fun January classes coming up, so many fun Christmas classes currently going on. Some of them are even 40% off. Super exciting. But y'all share your work. Let us know how you did. Let us know if you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see. Share this with your friends so they can participate as well. I'm going to close out with a little quote. Whether you color the world or light it up blue, you are making a difference, so you keep being you. That is from Dr. Seuss, and I want y'all to really think about that. You keep being yourself. You spread your kindness, whether you color it in multiple rainbow colors or you light it up blue, you're doing great. You're spreading your kindness and you're spreading your sunshine. It is all very contagious. Thank you for painting with me, guys. I will hope to see you all soon. Bye, friends. Merry, Merry Christmas, too.